and welcome to Unsurvival.
Where we show you how to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Now, don't take us seriously. We're not professionals.
We're just stupid.
It's time for Unsurvival, the only show that shows you how to cook during the zombie apocalypse. Today, we tackle the basics of building a fire so that you can actually cook. Also, we try out some cat food. Stay tuned for this first episode of Unsurvival.
Welcome to the first episode of Unsurvival. Now, before we actually get started on cooking in the zombie apocalypse, we have to figure out how to get our stove started. Now, when I'm playing with fire, I like matches or lighters. Those are my favorite methods for starting a fire.
I know my favorite method to start my fire is with an axe.
Wait, what? How do you start a fire with an axe?
I don't know, it gets me so excited every time I start swinging this baby around. It's my fire going.
No. We're talking about fire, like cooking fire, like cavemen clubbing each other over the head fire.
Okay.
All right, so what happens if you don't have matches or lighters or an axe? Well, of course, survivalists are very fond of talking to you about mag strips. Now, these are even less commonly available than matches and lighters, but we're gonna go ahead and try this. That's just a random sparks method. We're gonna look at some stuff that's easily available in any household situation. Cotton is super available. We're gonna use some ear swabs, but cotton balls are a lot easier to use. So keep that in mind as we do this test. We're testing with the hardest possible thing. There is cotton here, it is flammable, but it's hard to light up, much more so than just a normal cotton ball. Are you experienced with cotton balls and cotton swabs?
Just absorbing blood.
All right,
That's about it.
That's good enough. Mr. Vampire here, survive the zombie apocalypse. Now,
Also, a nice little tip. You have a bloody nose, stick a tampon up there.
tampons.
Yeah, tampons are made for absorbing blood.
That's right, they're
perfectly
probably
open.
flammable too.
And they look kind of funny. You got a little string in there. You can probably chew on the string and
Yeah, more
something
fiber.
Something to play with.
Now, in order to get that cotton more flammable than it already is, we're going to test out some household items. We have got mouthwash, which has alcoholic content, but it is a liquid, so it may not actually light.
And always, if you don't really need it, you can drink it to try to get a little bit of a buzz.
Right, or you can at least have fresh breath to prove to other survivors that you are not a zombie. Then we also have hand sanitizer, which also has a high alcohol content. I have done some tests with this. It does flame, but it's a very low, super hot flame. It's a very bright blue, but it's very small.
Despite the alcohol content in that, would not advise drinking it though.
Right, we don't advise...
I've also had experience drinking that.
We don't advise
try to drink a
drinking
lot
or
of
consuming
alcohol, no.
anything we make on this show.
Yeah,
like we said, we're not experts, we're just idiots. Now, the last item we're going to add to our cotton mix. Now, of course, survivalists will tell you wax. Great, you've already got candles, you're trying to light them. So that's stuff that's going to be hard to add to cotton unless you have it prepared. You're not preppers, you're not survivalists, you're just goofballs like us trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. So, other easy applicable to cotton item is petroleum jelly.
Who doesn't have petroleum jelly laying around? I mean, in your bedroom and...
Yeah, that's the weird thing. I went to your room and saw about 5-gallon buckets sitting around. What's with that?
The flavored one or unflavored?
Okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and try lighting these on fire. I don't want to know anymore. Cotton is flammable, but you have to have stable conditions. Now, if you're in the super cold and you're shivering, if things are shaking, like if the zombies are doing an earthquake test, or if there's a bunch of wind, which
got the jitters.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get a good stable fire. So, making this more flammable is better. Now, first we're actually going to use a lighter, and we're going to see how flammable we can get this cotton so that it will light with our alternate ignition methods. So first, let's go ahead and start with my favorite. Let's go and start with one that we know is going to work.
Oh, I know
Vaseline. Well, you're the one with the edible Vaseline, so go ahead and get your lighter out. Now we're going to light both ends of this thing, so that way you can compare different flames. So the one that's being lit up right now is the Vaseline end. And now we're lighting the non-Vaseline end. Now, as you can see there, the Vaseline end is much brighter, much bigger. It has a more durable flame. And as it gets going, look at that. The just barely cotton end is already smoldering. The Vaseline end, however, is good. It's a little mini torch. If you have a very small zombie, you may be able to scare them into thinking this is a very big torch. Woo! Stay away, squirrel zombies.
This shows you, moral of the story is,
and it shows you how
Vaseline is good for starting fires, more ways than one.
Yeah, so don't copy this. But as you can see, as I'm trying to smother it out, it's just not going out. It's staying lit. Now, next test. Hand sanitizer. Will this make our Q-tip, will this make our, not Q-tip, our ear swab more flammable.
Brand name association.
You
bro.
already
Don't
see?
do it. Don't touch.
Blue flame. Blue
Okay.
freaking flame. That is burning hot. It was a blue flame, but as you can see, it's not actually consuming the cotton of the swab. Whereas on the flammable end, on the non-dipped end, it's already completely consumed and already out. This is burning the alcohol in the hand sanitizer as a fuel source, so that's pretty flammable too. That's actually pretty darn good. Now for our last test. Mouthwash, also high in alcohol content, but higher than the other two in liquid. So, now that we have our little dip torch, let's go and compare this. It's not lighting. Even though it has a high alcohol content, the liquid is just plain not lighting. Whereas the cotton end will. So we know
You're better off drinking the mouthwash.
you're better off using the mouthwash as directed, or finding alternate non-flammable methods of consuming it. There we go. Yes, as a fuel source. Wink, wink. Okay, so we know not to use this. So we're going to go ahead and use a mixture of petroleum and sanitizer-covered cotton swabs in order to try to spark up. Let's go ahead and see how it works. What we've done is we've stacked up a whole bunch of both hand sanitizer and petroleum jelly cotton heads. So we're going to see if this will actually light with the spark method, magnesium strip. So you use the back of a metal object struck against it, and you want to see if you can get that thing sparked. So let's see. I've never really had much success with these. I used to be a Boy Scout. I'm a giant nerd. I've loved playing with fire, and well, I'm not too confident in this. We'll see what happens. And as you can see, sparks aplenty, but nothing is lighting. I see some smoke amongst these, but I think it's just the little sparks burning out. All right, we'll get Luke to come in with a match and see how quickly this goes up. Come on in, Luke.
There you go, dude.
Oh, hey, damn. Here I was focusing off frame, and check it out.
Lol, 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 lol.
After about, what was that, 20 tries with the stupid mag strip, we actually have fire.
At this point, you'd add some sort of kindling to these, because they're going to burn out pretty quickly on their own. I'm sure in some sort of scenario you'll have fire, wood, perhaps even a useless person in your group. I mean, let's face it, some people are more worse than others.
I heard that! So, there you go. Even though I didn't believe it would actually work that well with the sparks, and in fact it took me 20 or so tries, we actually got these little Q-tips working. They're perfect kindling. What do you think of the results?
I'm actually quite impressed. I never knew that that's a little hot. I never knew that Vaseline would work so well to help these things burn.
That wasn't Vaseline, it was petroleum jelly product.
Petroleum,
Well, actually, it was
petroleum
Vaseline.
jelly.
But any petroleum jelly will work, no matter what you're into with your flavored stuff there.
Use flavored stuff or whatever you want.
But yeah, it actually worked really, really well, so that was surprising. After about 20 tries, or however many that was, 5,000, it felt like it, I was about ready to give up, and in fact, I did call for you to get the matches, and then suddenly a spark lit up. So at that point, in order to start a fire...
Just takes a little persistence.
Yeah, exactly. You just have to sit there until the sparks catch, over and over again. Some incredibly dry grass would have worked just as well, steel wool, whatever. But yeah, it proves that if you want to make something more flammable, add some flammable material to it. So yeah, and at that point, that wouldn't be enough for a fire, but you would have that next to something, some small kindling, some small
nice
piece
starter.
of wood, grass. Yeah, exactly. Start your fire out, and you move that over into a pre-built fireplace, or pile of firewood, something like that.
Little fire pit. Yeah.
We're all not experts here, so that's all it took to get something going. And well, I think that's a pretty good start for a stove, so we'll probably use those methods in the future, or something alternatively. I think it would have been a lot easier to light a candle with a match, probably. Maybe we'll explore that in a future episode. So, yeah, that theory worked. Now it's time to try our end of show fun time.
Oh.
Yeah, human
excited.
food's going to be very low in supply in
Yes.
zombie apocalypse, as are humans. Zombies will be catching them. But one thing those zombie squirrels are not going to be looking for is their own food. Or dog
Zombie
food.
dogs.
Zombie dogs are not going to be looking for dog food. Cats are not going to be looking for cat food. They're going to be looking for
Everyone wants to eat
humans.
people. I guess we taste pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not a cannibal myself, but we must taste pretty good. The zombies like us a lot.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of dog food left over. So here we go. We're gonna chow down on some kitty chow.
Nom nom.
All right. Well, I'm not too happy about this cat food.
Well, I mean, considering this guy looks pretty happy, I think it won't be too bad. If he likes it. It's good enough for him.
I think that
Good enough
smile's
for me.
photoshopped.
He's genuinely happy. I can see it.
Anyway, we got actual cat food tablets here.
Arms for the pool.
There we are. So this is all one take.
Nom noms.
We're just going to pour them in. We got about a dozen little cat kibbles. This is merely a taste test. This obviously isn't a meal here. So
I'm excited.
I'm revolted. I think I would just, I'd resort to cannibalism at this point. You ready?
Oh yeah. I'm
There
always
they are.
ready.
They're real. So once we're done chowing down, we point the empty cups towards the camera and, yeah. So are you ready?
Always. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Bottoms up.
Oh.
Our corner. Yeah, cannibalism's better. I would totally resort.
It's actually kind of grainy. Not bad. What him?
That's disgusting. I'd rather eat a cat.
Not bad though.
All right.
I want it.
We'll see you next time when we cook some real food.
Bottoms up. Did you like what you saw?
Or did you not like what you saw?
Either way, encourage us
Or discourage us?
in the comments below.
Right. We need your help. For or against. Tell us exactly what you think.
It's just so fun. Just gets you going.